fliko.
Kay said, hi Kenny, right now I'm at the point where I can feel I'm good enough to start making full songs instead of just instrumentals and just writing. But I'm afraid my music will sound too much like someone else's. How do I get that feeling? How do you get rid of that feeling, you mean? Thank you for any help. Stop thinking about everybody else and just start making. If you think about everybody all the time but yourself, you're gonna make shit that sounds like everybody else. Think about your childhood. Think about things that you personally are obsessed with or you personally have thought about for a long time, or what you have to say to the world about your life or your story that might be different. Stop focusing on everybody else. Stop focusing on who's better than you, who's making more money, who's got more releases, what their team is, where they're from, who their parents are. Give it a rest. You're spending so much time doing private investigator research on the competition that you have no time to compete. Start making shit. If you want to be like Kendrick, stop focusing on anybody else around you and focus on pushing shit forward. I hate the idea of I'm not gonna make music because I'm scared my music will sound like somebody else. What the is that? You know what's gonna make it sound like somebody else? If you keep saying shit like that and you keep thinking shit like that and you keep only making it the possibility that you can make stuff that's already out there. What if you make something new? What if you make something that there isn't necessarily room for right now and you're gonna create the room? Stop focusing on if your shit's gonna be too similar. Let me tell you something. When you start out, your shit's gonna be contrived 99% of the time for 99% of you. When you start out, your shit's gonna sound like a combination of your 5 favorite people. Then you start to get better. Then you start to learn your own thing. Not everybody pops out of nowhere just completely original. Not everybody in here is gonna just day one make something that sounds like nothing else with no reference point. You sound stupid holding yourself to the standard of the first thing I make needs to be revolutionary. That's never happened in life except for like cavemen discovering fire or water or some shit. It's like you don't just get that instant gratification when it comes to creativity, when it comes to music, when it comes to creating something new that hasn't happened before. Try to think inward instead of outward. Try to think about what you want to hear that you're not hearing, even from those people that you love or your influences. Try to think about what your story is. What I was saying is stop looking outward. Stop looking at everybody else and making that an excuse to why you're not going to drop because it's too similar to this or it's too much like this. Shut the fuck up. Stop comparing yourself to other people or giving yourself excuses that you can't drop because it's too similar. Everything's too similar. You have to understand this. No chord change is unplayed. Like, no sequence of notes has never been done before. You're not about to invent a rhythm today or a polyrhythm that's gonna blow the world's mind and they're gonna say, oh my God, no one's ever combined rhythms or notes this way. It's not gonna happen like that. The way it's gonna happen is your story, the context to who you are, where you're from, how you make music, all these different things. That's what makes it new. That's what makes it interesting. You need to be able to figure out what you have to say and what you can do best. I think that this is something that's really bothering me today because I've been hearing it too much lately. And I've been hearing too many people in my Discord telling me, yo, Kenny, I'm worried that I sound like someone else. You know why you're worried that you sound like someone else? Because you sound just like them. Yes, you sound like Pierre. Yes, your rage beats sound just like the Yeet ones. Yes, all the time, forever. People are gonna have an influence and then make something and it's low-key really just gonna be what the person did. That's okay. Doesn't mean you suck. Doesn't mean even those beats are bad or won't get used. Doesn't mean all you are is a rip-off artist and you're not original. It doesn't mean any of that. What it means is you gotta start somewhere. You gotta be able to learn how to make beats that sound like beats you like to get to a place where you can make beats that sound like something you haven't even thought of yet. Always make the idea, no matter what the idea is. If you're like, I feel like making songs, but I'm not sure if I'll be good at it. I'm not sure if it'll be original. I've never done it, so I'll probably suck. Always try. Always make the thing. Because here's the one like realistic part of this. We all make visual music. There was a time before you could see music visually where I think it felt more permanent. You'd record things to tape, you'd record things in real life, you'd play instruments, and it was almost like oh, once I put that out into the world, or once that gets recorded, or whatever, it's like, oh, it's there forever. That's who I am. That's how good I am. That's going to be a recording that someone's going to hear. Guys, you can just drag this shit in the trash. You can hide this shit in a weird folder on your computer. You never have to play anything for anybody. You don't have to keep the song. You don't need to make something where you sound like you're ripping Cardi off and then go show all your friends because you recorded one song. Make that song, listen to it for a couple days. If you start cringing, try again. Whenever you start to feel like maybe this isn't cringe, that's when you go play it for people. That's when you start to show people. That's whenever you let people know that you're singing now, not just producing. Keep some shit to yourself. You think that a lot of your favorite rappers and a lot of these people started getting the ad-libs that they say, the slang terms that they use, the style that they rap with, the way they do their ad-libs. If you think that they developed all that stuff in front of the internet or in front of the labels or in front of fans, they didn't. They did not. You have to understand that for you to try weird shit, you got to be comfortable. And when you're the most comfortable is when you're alone and you know that even if you do something goofy or something that sounds like shit or something that's a ripoff, you can get rid of it. You can delete bad beats. Just make them though. You can try to sing. You can try to rap. You can delete it. Just try it though. Just try it. Like, we might figure out that you taking that risk was the best thing you ever did. You know what I mean? Like, try something creatively that you haven't tried this month. Someone said, Kenny, did you write a verse? Be honest. I songwrite with tons of artists. It's not for me. I'm not singing songs by myself. I don't write songs alone. I write songs with artists. The amount of lyrics I've written in the last month is probably equal to the amount of instruments I've played. I've been playing instruments as often as I'm writing lyrics, is what I should say. But that's new for me. Songwriting is new for me in the last couple years. Me standing with an artist and writing their lyrics and then having, like, letting them know what melody to sing and then vocal producing them and then playing instruments on the song, recording those instruments and then producing that beat. All of that is new. Have I done those things in the past? Yes, but I've never done all those things together.